Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you are watching this now or in the future. Welcome to the Alignment Studio, this session of body trauma clearing. And let's see what shows up. It's September 12th. It is 2 days after the assassination on Charlie Kirk. And yes, even though social media is bombarded with all news about Charlie, and some people might be fed up, but we cannot express this often enough. One thing, and this might sound as a simple sentence, but Charlie Kirk did not die in vain. And it's not just a sentence. Charlie Kirk it was not a lucky shot, right? This was a professional. It was one shot that killed him. He wasn't shot in the head. He wasn't shot in the chest. He was shot in the carotid artery, which is the throat chakra. And this is a clear message. Shut up. Be silent. While Charlie Kirk got God's message, which was speak the truth. Speak the truth. And that's what he did. And the message that we are now getting is be silent. A message directly from evil telling us to be silent. And now my question to you is, I cannot even say the sentence, literally. I cannot even say the sentence. So I'll have to pose it in a quote unquote a question, do you take orders from the devil? I'm sorry, I couldn't say that any other way. Do you take orders from the devil? Yes or no? And I know that the answer is fuck no. Fuck no. And in the battle of good and evil, there is no gray area. In the battle of light and darkness, there is no gray area. There is a yes, and there's a fuck no. So if we have an order coming from God saying, speak the truth, or there is an order coming from Satan saying, be silent, and any other whispers in between, right? Oh, don't speak up. Oh, please, just, your voice is not important. Nobody wants to listen to you. Nobody wants to hear what you have to say. What you say doesn't matter. What you say doesn't make sense. What you say is not going to be heard. Or what you say is going to be silenced anyway. It's beside the point, right? All of that is not the direct message of speak your truth. And to speak your truth is to stand in your truth. To be who you really came here to be. And that's why we're doing the body trauma clearing. With all of the trauma stored in the body, we cannot reach that true essence, that higher frequency, that molecular structure of light and space, and the true DNA, the way that you were designed. And with all of the energies that you've been keeping inside of you, or all of the energies that have been attaching to you throughout your life, all of your molecules have been distorting your DNA. And then there's free will. Then there's free will to not choose that. There is free will to not step into your true space, to not be that love and light and authentic you in the way that God designed you to be. And the way to get there, and there is it in a book of Solomon? I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. But it's where they're talking about the refinement of silver. You will be purified. And it's the same as the process of refining of silver, which is very interesting. Because if you would go to a blacksmith and you would ask somebody how that process works, it's where they keep the piece of silver and they hold it in heat, right? And you have to hold it precisely, because when you have the burning fire, you have to have it exactly there at that spot, at the hottest spot in the fire. And he's going to have to wait until the right moment when it's purified. And when somebody asks the questions, but like, how do you know? How do you know when that moment is? When is that moment exactly? Because there's no timer, right? There's not how many seconds do you have to keep it in the fire? No, it's like the blacksmith, the purifier, the refiner knows exactly when to pull it out after keeping it in the hottest spot for a certain moment of time. And when they asked the question, how do you know when to pull it out? And he said, well, that's easy. When I see my reflection in it. God is purifying you. God is refining you in the hardest, toughest, hottest spot. And he pulls you out the moment he sees his image in you. The moment you reflect God's image. And that is your purest form. That is you as God's essence. That is you as the molecular structure of your DNA, holding light without any attachments or other energies attached to you. That's it. That's the simple story. And that's what it is. That's what the whole Bible is about, right? That's what that is all about. And we can attach all kinds of stories or religion or atheistic things or philosophies or any other thing that man made up. That this is what it is. The refinement of you to become the pure essence of you in the Spirit of God. And anything less than that, that is your free will. That is your choice. And you can choose to stick at any level, or let's say you could pull out the silver, you can jump out anytime you want, because you don't have to be in that spot to be refined. That's free will. But that also means you will never get to that purification and to become that image of God. He will not be able to refine you as pure silver. And again, that's a choice. And if this is not what you signed up for, if this is something that is, you think I'm crazy or you think like this is not for me, fine, you can leave. I'm not telling you to stay here. I'm not telling you you have to join this, you have to follow me, you have to become a member, nothing of that sort. But what we're following through with here is pure light. Pure light for the refinement, like silver. Pure light for the refinement and purification of you towards the true essence of you, which is God. So let's go. Let's do this. And I'm going to have to tell you, I'm getting a little impatient. I'm getting a little impatient of the whole discussion that it's hard. People want to hold on to things. What if it's something different? I don't believe that to be true. Fine. You don't have to believe any of this, right? This is what God has shown me. This is what I'm sharing with you, with everybody who wants to hear it. If you don't want to hear it, I'm not here to debate. If you disagree, just disagree and move on. That's fine. And we're going to do this exercise, and I'm going to ask you to just now go through that refinement of the silver and for it to be done. It doesn't have to be a long process. It doesn't have to take years and years and years. It's a distraction. It's a distraction to keep you away from your pure essence, which is God. Every other discussion, debate about religion, about political views, about whatever, all the polarities, the wars going on, it's not important. This is about you. This is about your purification. This is about you being your authentic self, the purification in the image of God. And if everybody would do this for themselves, we're done. And that's the thing. We have free will, and nobody has to choose it. And that's why few people are choosing it. And if you are the one who is choosing it, I welcome you, I honor you, and I am grateful for you. I'm grateful for your choice. I am grateful for your courage, because it takes a lot of courage. It doesn't take strength. You don't have to be strong. You don't have to be strong enough to be up for it, because we don't need strength for it. We only need to have the courage to take that step and pull through, right? We need, the thing with courage is, what I say courage is feeling the fear and doing it anyway, because you will feel the fear. You will have to stand the heat for a while, right? As that piece of silver, you will be kept at the hottest spot for a short while. But the moment that you are purified, God will pull you out. So you will need the courage to take that step and wait until you're purified. But if you be still, which is a message that we hear many, many times, be still. So you can be refined and be pulled out. Courage, be still, be patient, and be perfect. That is my prayer for you today. And I'm asking this in the name of Yeshua. For you to have the courage the patience to let God refine you as pure silver, to become your true essence in His image. And close your eyes. I'm asking you to breathe out. Relax. And just imagine to be in that fire, right in the middle. And the blacksmith knows exactly where that is. He's like, I've done a course one day. I'm not a blacksmith, but I did a course one day, and they'll show you where exactly you need to keep that piece of silver for it to be refined. And be still. You are that piece of silver. Be still. Yes, it heats up. Yes, it's intense. There's a lot going on around you. Yes, there is noise. That burner makes noise. That burner is hot, intense. You got to be careful, right? As a blacksmith, you have to cover your eyes. You have to remove elements because there's heat involved. It's intense. But be still. Be still, because it only takes a few seconds. We move through time, dimension, and space. Only on Earth we have the construct of time. But the universe doesn't know time. God doesn't have time. So be still. In that perfect spot. God is watching you. The blacksmith is watching you. And he's holding you in that perfect place. The place, the highest temperature. And the purification process is going on. And the moment he sees his image in you, he will pull you out. That's it. And that emotion that you feel flowing through you right now is gratitude. And yes, you can let the tears run. You can let the tears run. That is gratitude. That is love. That is authenticity. That is God saying, welcome home. I got you. I have always had you in my sight every second. But you wouldn't be still. And now you are here. I got you. I got you. Now what else is possible? I love you.